Transformers themselves are already massive when compared to humans. So what about the Transformers that are larger than normal? In this list, we're counting down the top 5 Transformers Titanbots, Transformers that are much bigger than the normal size of their species. Introduced in the later lines of Generation 1, Scorponok was the Decepticons' equivalent of the powerful Autobot Fortress Maximus, though he was certainly more cunning and more ingenious than his rival. Yes, I chose Scorponok over him, sue me. Scorponok was massive, towering over many other Transformers. He was renowned not only for his awesome character, but also his massiveness. His size varied throughout many different versions of Transformers fiction, though his largest was in the Generation 1 cartoon, in which he was the same size as a city, and was large enough to fit the entire Decepticon army inside of him. Even without his ridiculous size in the Generation 1 cartoon, Scorponok is immensely powerful in no matter what form he takes, at one point in the Marvel Comics even taking over command of the Decepticons. Scorponok is the perfect combination of brains and brawn, and is a truly amazing character. For that, he takes number 5 on my list. Tidal Wave is the largest under Megatron's command in the Unicron trilogy, being an incredibly powerful weapon of mass destruction. He has enough firepower to take on all of the Autobots, and is powerful enough to hold his own against anyone. Unfortunately, Tidal Wave is not very intelligent, and as a result is limited to repeating his name over and over as if he was a Pokemon.
Tidal Wave want anytime. Megatron!
This is good news for the Decepticons, however, meaning that he cannot think on his own and turn against them. Though he later becomes a power-up for Megatron that increased the Tyrant's power by tenfold, the earlier episodes Tidal Wave appeared in really show just how powerful he was, always being a threat and causing more than enough problems for the Autobots. He was awesome in the Armada cartoon, and continued to be so until Energon turned him into a Sailor Scout. Damn it, Energon. The true fear and awesomeness given off by Tidal Wave is perfectly captured in the Armada PS2 game, in which he appears as one of the hardest bosses in the game. Tidal Wave is awesome and massive, one of the most powerful Decepticons in the entirety of the Unicron trilogy. The biggest on this list, Metroplex is the Transformer that comes to mind when one thinks of massive Transformers. Ultra powerful and the Autobots' largest warrior, Metroplex also serves as the Autobots' headquarters, Autobot City. He is the Autobots' ultimate weapon, their last resort when the going gets tough. He is powerful enough to take on anyone that is foolish enough to challenge him, as many are scared away by the fearsome bot's size. Metroplex is completely and utterly dedicated to the Autobot cause, and despite his size becoming an inconvenience, he is willing to help out in any way he can, no matter how small. Metroplex also has the honor of being the largest Transformers toy, his 2013 Generations release standing at an impressive 24 inches tall, beating the previous title holder Fortress Maximus by 2 inches. Metroplex, while the biggest on this list, just couldn't beat my 2 next choices. Metroplex's rival and essentially the Decepticons' version of Godzilla, Trypticon is simply awesome. Sharing almost the same size as Metroplex, Trypticon is the Decepticons' ultimate weapon and is immensely powerful. His firepower and strength is incredible, going almost unrivaled. Autobots can do nothing but run when they see Trypticon heading towards them, knowing that they're assured fate. Everyone except for Swerve, that is. Trypticon also serves as a massive artillery platform for the Decepticons to station themselves on. Both Trypticon's size and personality varied in the different versions of Generation 1. A good example is the Marvel Comics, where Trypticon is shown to have an impressive amount of intelligence, as opposed to his cartoon's dim-witted animal version. He is much larger in the cartoon, however. Trypticon is simply awesome. I mean, he's a giant robot dinosaur of death and destruction. How can you not love him? Seeing he and Metroplex smack down throughout the years is always a thrill to watch, and their massive size makes it all the more breathtaking. Despite Trypticon's awesomeness, there was one I always thought was better than he. While not necessarily the biggest or most powerful on this list, Omega Supreme is my choice for number 1 because of his sheer awesomeness. Omega has always been a fan favourite, doing battle with the best of the best. Time and time again, he has fought opponents as strong or stronger than he, and he has always found a way to prevail. Omega is the Autobots' last line of defense, being their go-to when their strongest have fallen. And despite his unique speech pattern, Omega is fairly intelligent, being able to make complicated decisions on his own despite being a product of the Autobots' engineering. In his first appearance, Omega easily offlined Rumble, Frenzy, Buzzsaw, yes Buzzsaw, Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker, putting them out of commission for a fairly long time. Omega has fought Devastator, Monstructor, Bruticus, Sixshot, and many more powerful Decepticons, and each time managed to take out his opponent in a badass and awesome way. Yeah, except for Buzzsaw, he got him back. Omega Supreme to me is the best giant robot of the Transformers series, and for that, he takes number 1 on my list.